Hey, welcome back. Sorry for missing an upload yesterday. I was actually at a jiu-jitsu competition, and I won silver. But actually, I had a video planned for you guys that was supposed to come out yesterday, but the video or the deck really didn't perform as I thought it would. It did perform when I did my pre-testing, and then afterwards, it wasn't too good. And I want to feature good decks for you guys. And I want to be honest, I don't want to upload a deck and claiming it's really good if it's not. Even though my channel is growing quite quickly right now, I still want to do it the right way. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And yeah. Anyway, I got another video for you guys today. And this one is a good one. And it's the new discard version of the meta deck, or the discard apocalypse version. And yeah, this deck is super powerful right now in the meta. I don't have any discard deck as of yet on my channel, so I thought it would be just a perfect moment because we had a recent buff to Gambit who made this deck just feel fresh now. And super cool. Gambit is such a cool card. One of the coolest X-Men, let's be honest. And yeah, he was buffed from a 3-1 to a 3-3, but now he has to have a card in your hand to actually trigger his effect. But since we're not doing the wombo combo with Wong, Mystique, and Gambit, it's just like a straight buff for discard. So yeah, just before we get into it, please, if you love the content, once again, like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers to monetize my channel, but we've actually reached 250 subscribers. So hi to all of you guys who just subbed to the channel. It's really cool that the channel is growing. I'm really happy. I want to discourse with more of you guys, so feel free to comment, join the Discord. I want a community in the Discord at one place. But yeah, let's get into the video or the deck. So first of all, we have Morbius. So Morbius is just super strong because we have so many discard in this deck. Morbius is most of the time is going to finish like as a 2-8 or yeah, easily a 2-8, which is just super crazy. And even if they enchantress it, like they have to enchantress a 2-power card, it's just or a 2-cost card. Morbius is just so strong. So basically, by the way, the consistency behind the discard deck is what makes this deck so powerful. When you have all your combo, it's just like so hard to beat the deck. Next up, the Collector. The Collector had also a buff a few, I would like to say, weeks, like 6 to 8 weeks, something like that. I think it was in May. The Collector got a buff with an OT patch where he became a 2-2 instead of a 2-1. And this is a big buff. This card is also making it like to 6, 7, or 8 power almost every game because Swarm is gonna buff it. Storm is gonna buff Collector. We have Apocalypse also is gonna buff Collector. So it's really often that Collector at least becomes a 2-5. Most of the time a 2-6, and sometimes even a 2-7 or a 2-8. It's really crazy. So Swarm is just so important in this deck. Swarm is so powerful because with the likes of Calling Wing, which is the next card we're going to talk about, Swarm, we're ending up the game with like 4 swarms. Most of the games we have 4 swarms. We at least have 2 swarms, which are going to cost 0 on turn 6. Some games we have 4, and some games we even have more than that. So Swarm is just really powerful in this card. So yeah, next up, Calling Wing. Obviously, discard the lowest cost card from your hand. So obviously, in our deck, the only target we want is Swarm. The old version of this card used to have Wolverine, but now we don't anymore. So you always play Calling Wing to hit the Swarm. The other times you can play Calling Wing is like if you have like Nakia and you know you're not going to play her because it's turn 4 or turn 5 or whatnot, then you can play Calling Wing. It's still good power for 2. Next up, we have Gambit, the new buffed Gambit. And Gambit now is just so fun. So if you think about it, Gambit is a 3-3. But if you hit one single power card, it's a 3-4. And it's already like a good stat. 3-4 is a fine stat, right? Plus it discards a card from your hand, which, yes, can be bad, but can also be really good if it hits the right card. But yeah, that's only if it hits a 1 power card. Imagine it hits like a 5 power card. If it hits like a monster from Monster Island, it's just a super strong card right now. Next up, we have Nakia. Nakia also got buffed or reworked, but it's really a buff. And now with Swarm, it works perfectly because now our Swarms are going to be 0-4s. So sometimes you're going to have just 16 power Swarms just to drop in the last turn. It's really crazy. So Lady Sif was always there in the discard. It's the reason we play her is to discard our Apocalypse, obviously. Other than that, there isn't really other good targets. So if you don't have your Apocalypse, if you have only your MODOK, you don't play her. If you have something else, it's quite rare you're going to play Lady Sif. So then Dracula. Dracula is so powerful. Until Lady Deathstrike comes out, Dracula is going to stage an extremely powerful card. You drop him on turn 4, and then you MODOK, and then on turn 6, he's going to discard your Apocalypse, so you're basically putting 16 power on board on turn 4, which is just crazy. By the way, a 16 power that can be Enchantress, that can't be Shang-Chi. So the only real counter against Dracula is the likes of Magneto. Next up, we have Hellcow. So Hellcow further helps discarding some cards. Sometimes you just discard all those Swarm. That's how you can get so much of them. We have MODOK, which is the best card in our deck, or at least the most important card. If you don't have MODOK, this deck takes a huge hit, because this is what allows the combo, because you play Apocalypse on 4, not Apocalypse, Dracula on 4, MODOK on 5, discards your whole hand, and then on 6, you play your Chavez. And all your Swarms, and you know that your Dracula is gonna hit your Apocalypse 100% of the time. So like, it's just a crazy card. And plus, it also discards the Apocalypse, so it also buffs the Morbius, it buffs the Collector. Crazy card. This card is just so fun right now. Next up, Apocalypse. Apocalypse obviously has to be in this deck. I mean, this is a pull 2 card, but it's just like a staple in all those really good discard deck. It's much more consistent than Hela. I just like Apocalypse deck much more, and it's just such a cool card. Look how badass he is. And finally, yes, we have Chavez. I have that gold Chavez. Chavez is there to be drawn on turn 6, like I said. Just so you guys know, you don't always have to play your Chavez, all right? If you think, like, even though you get more power, okay, it's more optimal power-wise to let your Dracula hit your Apocalypse. If your Apocalypse is at 12 or 16 power, you could play your Apocalypse in another lane, because your opponent is probably going to surrender the Dracula lane, and then you can still drop like a 16 power, and you still get like a 9 power that goes in the Dracula lane. So feel free to mind game your opponent and then just drop your Apocalypse and not just leave it in your hand to be discarded. So super fun deck. I think most of you guys are really familiar with this deck, but there's new additions. The Gambit, the Nakia, the Hellcow is back. Hellcow used to not be in this deck. You could swap Hellcow for something else, but here we're just leaning a little bit more into randomness some of the games, because we now have Gambit, we now have Hellcow, so sometimes you have to take some chances. But yeah, you can remove Hellcow for another discard card. Black Cat is not really good. Blade could work. You could put Wolverine if you want. You could put Moon Knight. So yeah, go as you please. You could also go for Swordmaster if you just like to drop some raw power. So yeah, I'll jump into Conquest. I just love Conquest so much more. Please tell me down below if you really want me to play ladder. For me, it's so much more easier to play Conquest because it's so fun. And it's always the better player that wins in Conquest. But yeah, so I'll keep going for Conquest as of yet. This deck works perfectly in Conquest and on the ladder. So you snap when you have your combo, you retreat when you don't. It's super easy to play on ladder, okay? This deck can get you infinite, okay? I don't always say that, but this deck definitely can, okay? So yeah, all right. So I'll get into some gameplay. I'll see you there. All right, I'm back. We have a gold ticket, so I'm just going to use it so we can show you guys this discard deck in the gold Conquest. All right, let's get into it. By the way, I'm once again giving information. So we're playing against MXTH. All right, we have our swarm here, and so he's snapping on turn 1, which is we have our swarm, we have our apocalypse. So I guess we can Morbius, and then we can Gambit. I'm fine with that. All right, and we have our Calling Wing. So we're gonna Morbius, but actually we're not gonna Morbius in. I was thinking initially of playing Morbius in cloning Vats, but then if we play Morbius in cloning Vats and then we Gambit, or we Calling Wing, then it might hit the wrong thing. Well, actually, let's play Morbius mid. Because he won't be able to Enchantress, he won't be able to Shang-Chi, so yeah, Morbius is fine mid. Ooh, Kitty Pryde, interesting. So it's a Luchigia game. So alright, here we want to play our Collector. I mean, we want to draw our MODOK. So should I just try to Gambit and we risk it? No, because he might not even play a card. Okay, we're gonna Collector mid as well, I guess. And then next turn what about a Collector here? Then next turn I Collector and Calling Wing. I think that's a good play. Kitty Pryde and Lizard. Oh, and also Collector is just fantastic with cloning Vats. So Calling Wing is going to give us 2 swarms, which is going to buff both Collector and our Morbius. Do we snap here? Do we snap here? I think we snap. I think we do. Sauron and Kitty Pryde. Okay, we have a lot of options here. I think we can Dracula, but we don't have our MODOK, which is... I mean, Gambit is not really too good right now, I think. If we Hellcow, it might hit our swarms. We want to play... What about that? I play Swarm, I play Swarm, I play Hellcow here. So then we're going to get Swarms back. It's going to buff our Collectors. And then we're going to discard some card. And it might discard the Swarms that we get back. And they should cost 0. That's perfect. And then hit a Swarm. Okay, Gambit's fine, I guess. So Shuri. And Kitty Pryde, yeah. That's a big Kitty Pryde. So that's 2 12 power Kitty Pryde that he's dropping. Well, I guess we don't have a choice. We play Apocalypse, Swarm, and Swarm. So if he plays 1 Kitty Pryde mid, then another Kitty Pryde left, and then he has 4 power. I think we play it. We play it. Shuri and Kitty Pryde. Yep. And then Kitty Pryde. Boom. All right. All right. Well, does 5 minutes? I mean, it's not over yet, but oh, well, it is. Well, thank you guys for watching. This is the end of the video. No, I'm kidding. So I guess I'm probably gonna put. Let's jump some ladder games. Ladder games, or do you want me to do another one? I'll probably do some ladder games. I claimed it was a really good ladder deck as well. So yeah, let's hop into some ladder games. I'll see you guys there. All right. So yeah, let's do a little bit of ladder games so you guys have a little bit more content, a little bit more maybe decks. We're gonna see more decks to play around. But yeah, you guys saw last game. It's just like the raw amount of power dropped is just crazy. Okay, so we have our collector. We're gonna drop our collector. Now collector on turn 2 is so good. So now we have our Nakia that's gonna buff our swarm, which is also fantastic. So he's also playing discard. So would that be... Oh, we have our Calling Wing and we have our buff swarm. So I think... No, I think we're going to Lady Sith. We're going to Lady Sith, which is going to buff our Apocalypse. And then we're going to Calling Wing, which is going to give us a lot of swarms. Unless we... Yeah, we do that. And then next turn we Calling Wing and we Gambit. And we hope it hits swarm once again. I would have snapped. Turn 4 normally, but because I'm recording content for you guys, I'm not snapping because I don't want our opponent to retreat. Oh, so he's playing the Hella version of discard, I think, or the collect. Yeah, it's a weird new version with like Hella and collector. Oh wow, MODOK is great, but actually here, I think it's better to go for one of these. Well, maybe not like that, but like... Or do we play... We could play left. Right, I mean. He's going to play MODOK. Take a swarm. Hit a swarm. Yes. That was expected. Killmonger, Apocalypse. So he's playing just the Apocalypse version. But he has a lot of 6 costs, right? It's oh yeah, no, okay, it's that Mr. Negative. Then you play, it's that Mr. Negative Exodia deck where you Mr. Negative and then you play Lady Thor, which just gives you like a ton of 0 cost cards to drop on the last turn. Okay, here we're gonna drop. Well, we have to drop Apocalypse and all our swarms, right? So do we even threaten the... Because we could just... I mean, there's no way he beats 22 on the right. And is there a way he could beat... He has 2 cards in hand. So he could just play his Apocalypse, which is smaller. So there's no way we lose. There's no way we lose. Oh, yeah. All right. Next up, we have Dave. What's up, Dave? Subscribe to my channel, Dave. All right, we have Calling Wing, we have Swarms. What a fantastic hand here. We're gonna Calling Wing in Fist Tower. We don't know what's in the middle and right location as of yet. He's playing Move Deck and there's a Fist Tower. This is so great for us. Okay, here I probably would have snapped, I think. Because if this copies Fist Tower, there's no way we lose. There's just no way. So here, snap. Snap. Do we want to play our Morbius, or do we want to try to Gambit and it hits one of our swarms? And then we can Hail Cow. I kind of want to go for the, like, tons of swarms. Let's hope it hits a swarms. Or a swarm. Yes. Bim. And then this transforms into Fist Tower. Oh, that would have been fantastic. Okay, and here we... Do we Hell Cow? If we Hell Cow and hits 2 swarms, we don't even have enough space. But we don't have any good targets for our Dracula either, so I think we Hell Cow. If we Dracula, we kind of hope we draw our Modog next turn, I guess. This is a 2/4. Yeah, we're gonna play Dracula. Okay. And Cloak. Ooh. So his Vulture is gonna be huge. Vulture goes mid. Then can he move it back? Is there any way he can move it back? No, there's no way. So Vulture is mid. 18 power will lose mid. Mid is lost, but then we have we gotta win right. I think we have to fight for right. Because he can't really Heimdall, so left is pretty cool. It's pretty safe. Am I missing something? Is there another move card that can move like a lot of things to the right? There's Ghost Spider, there's Human Torch, there's Cloak and Heimdall, but he played all of them. He can't Heimdall. If he Heimdalls, his Vulture and Cloak are dead. So I think we just vomit everything. Do we keep one? Is that better to keep one? Yeah, because it adds power in the right lane. But should we play our Chavez left? Yes. But your Vulture's gonna... Oh, it's Cloak. Well, okay. Cloak is gonna die. That's fine. I mean, okay. I'm fine with that. Wow, this deck is so strong. Huh? All right, let's do one last game to showcase the deck. We have Calling Wing, we have Morbius, we have Gambit. Oh, Carmitage. I like that. We need our Swarm, we need our Apocalypse. That's not great. So we're gonna Morbius in the right lane. So Mr. Sinister. Is that a Cerebral 2 deck? Nice. So Collector goes mid. So here I would have snapped. Here I would have snapped. Immediately. Sabretooth. What? Oh. What? The angel value, but our... Wow. What the hell? Okay. What the hell? Do we Gambit here? Or not yet? We could. We could Gambit and Calling Wing. Or Lady Sith. We Lady Sith and then we Calling Wing, or is Calling Wing not good? We Calling Wing is gonna destroy our Gambit and then we get a Hell Cow. Okay, that's fine. We Calling Wing mid, so it doesn't. So he's also playing discard. Or like a discard destroy. It's not the right season, dude. Next season. So we need a lot more power if we wanna if we wanna beat the Captain Marvel. We need a +7, so we need at least 2 other discards to tie it. So I guess we Hell Cow here. Then we win here, and then we Apocalypse, and we win like middle lane or whatnot. So even with the bad luck, I think we're fine. Unless Wolverine goes right. Enough said, Bob. Shit. So much bad luck. But can we still win? We might. Okay, and then does it trigger again? Yep. And it triggers again. Oh, wait, what? So Apocalypse mid? No. Apocalypse left? So he's gonna play left, probably. But then Captain Marvel can't move. Because if it moves, we win here. I think that's the play. Even with the bad luck. Even with such bad luck, we won this game. I love this deck so much. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. So once again, go in the Discord, subscribe, comment down below. That's the part I love the most. God damn it, the part I love the most, because I like to talk with you guys and discuss. And yeah, thanks for everyone that subscribed recently. And yeah, let's reach for that 1,000 subscriber. All right. Take care, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I should have one then for every day this week. So yesterday was a fluke. There was a lot of I had my competition, and the video wasn't great, so I didn't publish it, or the deck wasn't great. But yeah, so I should be back on posting daily deck highlights. All right, take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye, guys.